Today I wanted to practice gradient washes across few different subjects, a landscape, a night sky, and a still life. For the landscape, I start with the sky using wet on dry gradient wash. I mix ultramarine with a touch of vermilion hue to slightly desaturate the pigment. Then I begin with a darker value at the top of the page. As I work downward, I gradually reduce the value with each stroke. To do this, after each stroke, I dip my brush in water, then press it against the rim of my water container to release most of the pigmented water, leaving just a little color on the brush compared to the previous stroke. That lighter value is used for the next stroke. Then again, I repeat the process of dipping in water, press out the excess pigmented water, and apply a lighter stroke. And I do this all the way down to the bottom of the page, so the color gradually fades from dark to light. I let this to dry completely and I move on to paint the night sky. I stuck circular masking tape in the middle for the moon and also masked off the horizon line. Then I paint the sky. For that, first I wet the paper and I painted the outer area with a darker value of Payne's gray. What I actually planned was to gradually reduce the value as I move closer to the moon, so I would get a lighter and lighter around the moon. But in that moment, I worked a bit differently and the gradient didn't come out as smooth as I intended. Still, it gave me a nice night sky. There is a subtle gradient and I liked it how it turned out overall. Then I left the night sky to dry and I moved on to the green field as it is completely dry. I mixed ultramarine with sap green to paint the field. Initially, I used more sap green in the mix and the field and when as the field come closer to the viewer, I increased the amount of ultramarine. Then I mix indigo with the sap green and ultramarine mix that is already on my palette and I used to use it to add grasses in the foreground. And also I use it to paint the distant trees. While painting the distant trees, I left some white areas for the rooftops of the houses, which I will paint with orange later. Because this orange will give a good, nice contrast and add some visual interest to the painting. Using the ultramarine and sap green along with indigo mix, I paint the lines as you see in the video. This gives a nice perspective for the landscape. Now the landscape was done, I move back to paint the night sky to finish it. I remove the masking tape from the moon. Using a light orange, I added some color to the moon and also I used Payne's gray to create a subtle spots and texture on the surface of the moon. I removed the masking tape along the horizon line and using a darker value of Payne's gray, I paint the distant trees. Next, I'm going to paint the water. I start with a lighter value of Payne's gray, and as I move towards the viewer, I gradually increase the value. You can also see I'm leaving some white areas to suggest the reflection of moonlight on the water. So here also I try to use gradient wash. That is, I'm increasing the value gradually from the horizon to the foreground. That's it. Our night sky painting is done. Next, I'm going to try get graded wash, that is gradient wash for the still life. For that, first I draw a bottle in a shape, in a rectangle shape. Then I add the neck and the brim. After defining the outline, I use sap green to fill the bottle. I'm starting with a darker value of sap green on the right, and as I move towards the left, I reduce the value, leaving some white for the highlight. For more shadows on the right side, I used a mix of sap green with indigo. I also used the same mix under the rim of the bottle. This is just a small study, but I really love this color combination. I think I will try a bigger version of it sometime later. Next, I add a simple background for the bottle. I start with Payne's gray, then I gradually reduce the value by adding more water to the pigment. You can see how that background comes together. Next, I'm adding cast shadow for this bottle. You can see I'm using Payne's gray under the bottle, and this value decreases as it moves away from the bottle. Those are my studies with gradient washes, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more watercolor content. See you in the next video. Until then, take care and bye bye from Prema.